We're live. Let's go. Too late for that shit. It's totally too late for that shit. We are live. What's up, everybody? Hey, shitty transition. Whatever. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the platform, episode 98. Yeah, 98. So we're at the cusp. We're at the cusp of 100. Hold on, let me double check, make sure that we are looking good. I think we are. Yeah. I'm 1080p. I think sounds is working. Hopefully, can you fucking hold on? Let me.
Do it 1080.
Yeah. See, this what I'm talking about. Upgrades, beast mode. What the fuck do you know? You know what I'm saying? Yes. So now
Are better than my specs.
Absolutely, bloody absolutely. They are. They bloody are, Terry. So now how do you feel about that? That I'm bloody better. All right. So we are talking once again Red Dead Redemption, Quiet Man, a bunch of other little random titty bits here and there.
They gotta be titties, bitch.
But it gotta be titty because I love titties. All right. So we're gonna go ahead with our introductions. We are gonna start with. Because we're going to start with Platinum. Since he talking shit, let's start with Platinum. What's up, man? Introduce yourself and tell us what you're playing.
Fucking begin before we started this shit, but now we live. But hey, we're here. We're finally here. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
The mostly individual on Twitch. Playing Resident Evil 0, going for the platinum, going to finish the rest of it tonight, as well as every other game that he aimed to achieve. What's up?
Okay. All right. Glad that you're here. We can all breathe now. Okay. That's right. Next up, we have the lovely LaLa here. How you doing, LaLa? Let's go ahead. Introduce yourself and tell us what you're currently playing.
Hello, this is LaLa Alexis, aka LaLa, aka Alexis. I'm playing a lot of Destiny. I'm officially taking the title of a Destiny 2 streamer. Learned a lot at TwitchCon. I learned I gotta pick a game and stick with it. So Destiny 2 and Jackbox streamer is right here.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome. Next up, we have the most triggered cool cat, Terry. What's up, Terry? Introduce yourself and tell us what you're currently playing.
Hey everybody, it's Cool Cat Terry from Twitch, and I've been playing a lot of older stuff. So I did Finding Paradise, did a full playthrough of that. Fantastic. Tearjerker at the end. And then, did some Kona, and I've been playing, I think, Shadows Awakening still, because it's awesome.
I just bought it, so I got it.
You bought it?
I got it instead of Quiet Man, yeah. I picked that, yeah.
You are not going to be disappointed. Okay, it's fantastic. Alright, and then I've also been playing, a throwback, because it's November, so we're doing Tomb Raider Anniversary right now.
I seen that.
I love Tomb Raider Anniversary.
It's so
like
good.
that you're playing the original, girl. That was badass as hell. I was excited. I was lurking.
Yeah.
That shit's harder, though. That was harder than I remember it being.
Lara Croft's anniversary, okay?
I didn't know that. I gotta get on that.
She's 22 this month, so I'm doing Tomb
I'm older
Raider
than
on.
Lara. That's dope. That's really exciting.
That's great. That's dope. All right. Well, the hype is real. So, and Tomb Raider is always very easy on the eyes. So. It did, didn't it? Yeah.
Anniversary still looks really good.
It still looks good. It's like motion blur, 1080p, as tessellation, TSA. Yeah, very. Yeah, the first one got redone. Like the first one got kind of like a remaster for Tomb Raider Anniversary, And it came out a few years ago, but I swear to God, it still looks dope as fuck. Like, it was definitely ahead of its time as far as like lighting and the motion blur. Yeah, so it was looking pretty dope. Okay, who we got? Big Mike. What's up, man? Introduce yourself and tell us what you're currently playing, sir.
I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Dragon Quest 11 and Dragon Quest 4. That's what I've been working.
I've been playing 2 of 3 of those. Can you guess which one I'm not playing?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, fuck you. I know you was about to say that shit. I just gave you one. I let you have one because I know you savor at the thought that I'm suffering, that I'm not playing it. I know you do. Whatever. What's up, everybody? My name is Danny. I'm the host here at the platform. And like I said, I'm playing Black Ops Blackout, basically. I am playing Dragon Quest 11. I'm playing this mobile game. Hold on, let me I gotta get to it because I can never, because the names of it is so fucking fugazi. Okay, Dragalia Lost. It's a Nintendo game. You know, Nintendo has been doing mobile games recently, and it's like a full-blown RPG. So, and it's looking pretty dope too so far. The controls is a little it's like too simple. You know, I would like a little bit more control over some of the attacks, but quality of the app is pretty goddamn sweet. So, yeah, Nintendo's doing it big. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's all I'm playing. I can't play fucking Red Dead, but I've seen enough video to still be butthurt. And, yes, I got a pillow, and I'm still butthurt right now. So,
I just bought it on Halloween, and I still haven't started it yet.
Right. I do want to address one thing. I was seeing in chat, it looks like, I guess somebody had said something about maybe like a mentally disabled or mentally disabled children. I just want to say, we do get very, very crazy, but we will not resort to that. So I'm not sure what you're referencing. If you have a specific reference, I would like to go back to that. And if it did happen on this show, I do want to sincerely apologize about that because that's not our goal. Our goal is to shock, not offend. So we're trying to keep that. What's up?
Pause. They said you sound fine, but everyone else sounds like they're in the shadow realm.
Yeah, like the audio's fucked up.
Really?
Like our audio's fucked up on your end or something.
Hold on, let me take a peek. Let me take it. We got sabotage.
Add insult to injury. Your overlay is fucked up too, friend.
Oh damn.
So you might as well just kill yourself, right? And his audio's off. Great.
And now we can't hear you at all, buddy.
Yeah, you might as well just hang it up now, brother, because it's over for you.
Danny upgraded to a new PC, so he's been having lots of problems there, guys. If you can hear me.
It's not problems, it's just he doesn't have his stuff all set up yet.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so yeah, I lost all my settings because this is a new build, so it's like I'm literally starting from scratch with my fucking settings. So, but it sounded good on my end. I'm not sure. You know, like the stream sound. It sounds good on my end. I'm not sure what's happening. Who says that it sounds? Is it one person or everybody saying like it sounds fucked up?
Everybody.
Okay. I'm trying to.
That ring girl, I see you.
Okay. Hold on.
Terry is all like smirking, like, oh yeah.
Okay, say something now.
Something
now.
Awesome possum. It says sounds great.
Barry says Danny sounds great.
Oh, I thought it said
But
they
do
sound
we
great.
sound great? Do we sound better than Danny?
Better than Danny.
I mean, it's I'm playing through another laptop and it sounds fine with like everybody's sound. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what you're referencing.
Is there a way you can turn this up? That's what he's saying. We sound low. They can hear us, but we sound very, very low.
Just turn up the
Okay.
that we are.
Okay, sound low. Okay. All right, now say something.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Saying something.
Saying something good. Something. Time, man. No? Yes? Tell me something.
Go ahead, keep going, keep going, keep going.
John said better. Jay Barry said, here we go.
Okay,
Okay,
what
we should
about
be in
now?
business.
What
We
about
should be in
now?
business.
We sound good now?
Yep, we're good. Okay, let's do this.
Hey, it's good.
Hey,
Your
let's
overlay
go.
is jacked up, though.
I know, I'm trying to, because all I did was just throw it in. I didn't even fucking...
You didn't put it for the 1920 by 1080?
I did.
It's like,
It's like fucking...
R.I.P.
Hold on. Rip.
Pew, 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 pew.
Here we go.
And here we go.
There you go. Barry said that everything sounds better now.
Okay.
Thank you, Barry, for helping us test that out.
Someone's got an echo.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a small echo, but
I don't hear an echo.
Me neither.
All right, what about that? Does that look...
Oh, I do hear it. It's very delayed, though.
Yo.
yeah, it's delayed out. I hear you, Danny.
All right, what about the overlay?
It's good.
Overlay's good.
Okay, we're fucking crawling there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm hitting save. Every time we fucking make changes, I'm like, save it, because I don't want to go through this shit again.
That was me crawling.
But before we start the show, maybe we should clear the air that nobody in this cast right now has made fun of disability people. We
won't make fun of this disabled. I really want to figure out what was that and what was said, because if it did, like I said, on behalf of everyone, I apologize. I'm not sure when that happened.
Right.
But I would definitely like to know.
I mean, for one, I'm a disabled person, and I mean, I truly saying no one's made fun of anybody that's disabled.
Yeah, maybe it was maybe somebody in the comment section or something, or
You're breaking up, friend.
If a viewer made a comment, we can't really censor, control what people say.
We could delete their comments, can't we?
Wait, hold on. Why are you trying to say I'm impersonating the PC Master Race? Like, I am PC Master Race. What are you talking about? Yeah,
All right, let's get this going.
Yeah, let's get this rolling now.
Why am I
2 minutes late.
I'm just tripping like, oh shit, a chat has turned on me. All right. All right, so we're talking Red Dead Redemption. Basically, Red Dead has dominated the fucking news cycle, so it's real hard to try to cipher through a lot of this shit. So, but we will try. So, Red Dead Redemption earned $725 million in its opening weekend. That is unfucking real. It's just unreal.
Danny, if you want, I gave you a link to the article if you want to show it off while we're talking about it.
Let's see. Let me
to credit our sources.
You really think he can handle switching things right now?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
oh god.
He's got that upgraded PC. Let's put it to use.
Here he goes. He always trying to double test it, like double CV deluxe up in this bitch. He always trying to do it.
Let's push it to the limits, right? You said you got that.
Push it to the limit.
Push it
there
to
we go.
the limit.
There we go.
There you go.
You should be able to see the fucking article.
You don't even, you're screen sharing, but you don't even have the thing set for Discord.
I know, I'm trying to do the full screen shit. I'm trying to see how to, there we go.
You have to do like a practice run on Fridays now.
You don't have your source set for Discord. You have it set for display. So
there you
you're
go.
seeing everything anyway.
I know. You know what I'm saying? That's
full screen your thing, man. It's okay.
I said, please bear with me. Like,
live and learn, Danny, from your fuck ups.
Well, look, I'll get my shit down. You know what I'm saying? But here's the story here. On DualShockers.
Click on
yeah, you can. You can make it bigger if you click on him.
Well, yeah, I mean, never mind. I see it on the stream. We're good.
Yep. On DualShockers.com, they have a story that they posted. Record break is $725 million in its opening weekend, which is just it's just fucking insane.
Outrageous.
How much money that has made, you know? So it's like, it's just, wow, you know? It's just one of those things. It's just truly a wow situation. First of all, how the fuck do I get back to regular squares? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How the fuck do I... there we go. There we go. See, I'm learning it. I'm getting it.
You're a fucking mess, bro.
He's a hot mess.
Fucking mess.
You know how long it's been? Do you know how long it's been since I hosted? Because I was doing it originally. I'm gonna take my life away, yes. But it's been so long.
All of your lies, bro.
It's
Okay.
to be so hard.
Well, you know, I'm gonna give the life grenade to Terry. So Terry has it this week. I don't even have the wheel, dude. So I gotta randomly do it. So Terry has it this week.
I'm not gonna get on Terry's bad side.
Right. So Terry is the sole proprietor and the dominator right now because she has and I'm in definite trouble. Like I'm definitely in fucking trouble. So I'm in sudden death with Terry right now. The very lovely Terry. You know what do you think about?
You're looking very beautiful today, Terry.
Right. So what do you think? What do you think about these sales here? Like, do you think like eventually it will surpass GTA 5, or do you think it'll kind of get stagnant?
I think it's very impressive, especially since it hasn't been out for very long. It's very impressive.
It's been out for 1 week.
I do want to play it myself so I can get past all of that, you know, biasness and, you know, that might have to it, you know, because everybody's got like those special goggles on right now where this game is, you know,
it's so new.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I literally shared a video from like IGN of like all the buggy clips and shit that have happened in the game. And I'm like, people are going about how perfect this game is, and this game's got some fucking problems right now. You know?
It does. So, it's got a little bit, but
literally they got the stuff that I'm seeing happening in this game is straight up shit that you would expect from Bethesda. But no one's commenting on it. You know, they're giving them a Rockstar a free pass on this shit. And I'm like, and you're going on about how this game is perfect. And I'm like, damn. You got people falling through the floor. You got, you know, horses, you know, running into shit by themselves.
I saw the horse kill that quest giver.
I definitely don't see the hype. I played about 30 minutes of it fresh out of TwitchCon because, you know, you guys, everybody's just been like, oh, it's all I'm playing is Red Dead. I'm like, I can't wait to go home and play this fucking game. And I played it, and I didn't really like the controls. Like, you like how slow he moved.
And Jay all agree of the controls. Now, I haven't played it yet.
My console, I don't know if it can't handle it, but he's like slow motion, and it's like, that's kind of whack. Like, why is he moving so slow? You gotta double tap
hashtag
well,
PC.
that's fucking stupid. Hashtag not on PC. Suck my left.
So see, it's like I feel like everybody was over, you know.
I'm back to Destiny 2.
Review this game, you know, like it seems like, you know, there was some serious, you know, fan biasness happening about how beautiful and perfect this game was.
It is beautiful and shit.
But like, now that it's been out for a couple weeks, now you're starting to hear people going on about how it's buggy, the controls are whack, and all this and that. You know, so it's like, why didn't people who were reviewing it comment on this shit? You know, that's the whole point of your review, is you're supposed to bring this stuff to fruition. You don't hide it in the back and say, oh, this game is beautiful and perfect, it can't do no wrong. And then 2 weeks later, we hear about how it's shit. No.
I wouldn't say it's shit. I think that's a big word.
Right, because you know how Terry is. Terry always, Terry hates it.
Great.
It's either trash to the core or it's fucking amazing. Like,
to me, if your controls are bad, that ruins the entire gameplay experience. That makes the game shit to me.
I get what you're saying, though.
Okay?
I feel you.
It has major bugs in it to where you're going to fall through a goddamn water puddle.
Did it do that?
It does that. It does that. Literally, they had a video clip. Some
I
NPC was walking in front of the playable character. He walked into some water and he fell to the fucking floor. Gone.
So what they did was they took hold up.
That's not like a big deal. It's not gonna ruin the game. It's like, okay, I just won't go in that puddle again. You know what I mean?
So
I feel like
I feel you on that. I feel that.
Now you sound like
here it is. What they did was
I'm used to Bethesda though. Like I love Skyrim. I love Fallout 4. So I'm like, I just won't fucking deal with that shit.
Well, here's what they
There's
did.
a mission that's broken in Skyrim. Like
another thing that's
they took the puddles from Spider-Man and put them in fucking Red Dead.
Nobody has called them out, but you can break your game. You can break your game with this one. You can literally accidentally kill quest givers in this game.
Oh, wow.
I know, yeah.
Joel has accidentally killed quest givers.
But maybe that's not broken though. Maybe it's like they did that.
It is. It's like you just won't get that quest,
the
right?
Quest givers are gone. It's broke. That means that means you can't proceed anywhere. You can't go anywhere.
Is it a story quest mode that you're doing?
Side quest.
Side mission.
Side
so that
mission.
doesn't matter. It's a side quest. You fucked up.
Side
You could have gotten gold, but you started killing everybody. It makes
sense.
He didn't shoot the person. Like literally, the person got ran over by a horse.
And they died.
Something
you're gonna die from a horse?
Literally in the game, literally they showed the bugs of like a lady in the street and a random deer plowed through her and killed her.
I saw that one.
Yeah, that shit had me rolling. I was dying, man.
So literally, if a random thing happens and kills off your quest giver, that's bullshit. Okay, you can't control that.
I call that interactive world. That's what I call it. Because I feel like this.
F you. Oh, you want to do this quest? Hold up. We're just going to have some random thing in the environment kill this quest giver off. Fuck you.
Yeah. Because guess what? You should have talked to her.
That's bullshit.
You should have talked to her 20 minutes ago. That's how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
You
gotta get good.
As long as it's not taking away from the story, I feel like it's whatever. Like, okay, you lost a side mission. But if it was like a story and you're fucked and you can't like progress...
Yeah.
Then that's a problem.
That I don't know if that can be happening yet. I'll have to try and see if you can kill a story quest giver. Because if you can, then this game is broken.
Then it's broken. Def.
But I haven't played it yet. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna shoot a quest giver in the face and see what happens.
Can we take a minute to like look at this guy's name? It's great. It's Padusi. Sounds like pussy.
It's Pudsy. It's Pudsy.
And when I read pussy, like I don't know. It's like,
oh shit!
I
mean,
hold on.
I like it. No, it's good. It's good. I like it.
I do want to take a look at chat real quick and see what everybody said. Okay, I'm being called mech baby. All right, what the fuck is going on in chat here?
Jay Bar's like, damn, I like this girl LaLa. She's funny.
Jabari said Red Dead is very beautiful, but not as beautiful as LaLa, so he's hollering. Let's see. He put his name in the hat. He said,
yeah. A good day to be. I'm feeling good today.
I can confirm,
if you like what you see, make sure you tune in because LaLa is now a regular on the show, and she's a Twitch streamer. So go ahead and show her some love on her channel.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And if you want to go even further, become a patron. And, you can take her lives away and,
No!
manipulation.
What the fuck? You said kill her so we could see some crazy shit. Like,
and I support it. So,
I'm going to do a little bit of self-promo in chat.
Hey guys,
that's fine.
But I'll be back to chime in on the stream in the chat as well.
Okay. All right. But look, within reason. You know what I'm saying?
Full size windows.
Yeah,
see, now get jealous.
Right.
I don't like having the biggest one in the middle. I'm always like,
Terry always shows up in the middle for me. I don't understand why.
Yeah, same.
See, it works though, because then when I go rage, I'm already front and center, and so it works.
Okay.
If anybody was, going on something, I would always double click their window and make them full front and center.
Do I have a command? Sure. I do not.
No.
Yeah, you do. You have a command, LaLa. I just put it in.
Your command doesn't do anything. You literally typed something in and didn't do anything, so now you doubt.
I do have. She does have a command.
All right,
Just give it time, right?
Give it time.
Give it
Well,
time.
regardless-
Like, what is it?
The
Low?
bot has a delay.
There it is. There it is. It works. Yeah, there it is. It works.
Told you. The bot has a delay. I
shit,
don't know
Big
why,
Mike.
but it does.
Oh god.
Big
Well,
Mike,
regardless-
you gained the life, bro. I don't even have my one
I
up,
don't-
man, but you
I
gained the
know,
life,
my
bro.
bot is trash.
If you want to follow me on any form of social media, it's the same as the
Good.
chat. It's just LaLa
Just-
Alexis on everything. Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay,
Okay,
enough about me.
Everybody on
Back to the podcast. Let's
I
go
can't
back.
even cue it. I can't even cue it up,
Follow all
Pudsy.
of
Pudsy,
us.
I can't even cue it up. I don't have shit. I don't have any sounds. I only have 2 sounds. I have, you know, and then I have.
Ready.
That's it.
Oh, you don't have any sounds yet? Oh shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Danny's lost all his life. Danny's lost all his
You
life.
You've lost a lot between us being like super like, cause you're still setting up your shit, and then Joel lost his own, and then
Joel lost
and then-
about 40
and,
lives.
and then you lost more when we were live because you still had to set up stuff, man.
You're
I don't
fucking
think you have any
up,
left.
You're
Honestly.
dead. You're
I
dead.
honestly think Platinum is right.
You're dead. You're dead, Danny.
Throw that grenade.
You're dead, Danny.
Pull yourself up.
So how about this? Since, you know, everybody likes LaLa, pick Danny's poison there, LaLa.
Me?
Yeah.
Who knows? We might get a double feature because I do still have that grenade.
Yeah, let's come back to it. Let me think about it. What do you guys think, chat?
That sounds good.
Inspiration.
He's dead though. He needs his punishment so we can continue.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna continue and bring it up later.
Yeah.
I like this. Pudsy says your name is McDanny. There, Danny. He's salty.
Fuck
Look at
y'all,
him.
man. I'm salty as shit. I am salty as shit.
Let's see you do some push-ups. That's gonna be your punishment.
Oh.
Hold on.
Do 5.
I can't even
10.
get the camera to show you the push-ups the way my camera position. So
So you
I
lost
couldn't.
like even more lives.
you're
You're
Yeah.
even losing lives.
You can just tilt the camera and do it on the wall, make it look like you're doing floor push-ups when you're actually losing.
Oh, that's true. I could fake that
You
shit
do
out.
Just him
Alright,
staring at
fuck
the
that.
camera. I'm doing
I'd rather
it.
see you do jumping jacks than shit.
Don't fake it. Fake it. No, fake it.
But
Everyone thinks push-ups.
we still
are-
talking about Red Dead, or are we moving on?
What's the next topic? Yeah. Well, I mean,
I mean, we didn't get a chance to because everybody was fucking coming at me in chat and fucking.
I mean, I can confirm that, you know what Terry said, the controls are wonky. I'm about done with the game.
Wonky. LaLa and Jay and Austin
Oh,
have all said
well,
that.
I only played 30 minutes of it.
I will
I have
confirm.
not played the game at all.
Okay.
I hope to do so next week or this. Well, yeah, Sundays is the new week, so next week. So I'll start playing it, and then I can, form my own opinions of it. But I'm just going off of what everybody else is saying, and I now have 3 people who have confirmed the controls are bad.
I will confirm the controls are a little wonky. There is a huge delay on the game when you're like pushing like up to walk and everything.
I think it's because I don't have a 1X. Like, if you have a Xbox.
No.
Oh, do you have one?
I'm playing on the PS4 Pro, and there's a delay. There's a delay.
See, but that
I
might
have
not be
it,
the
but I
same
have it
as
on
the
Xbox.
X though, because I heard the X though is still shit.
The X is better.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
no, the
that
X
that's
is way
the best
better.
version is the X, dude. That's what I heard, man. I mean, Digital
don't know.
Foundry even said the same shit, so it's like
No, they put them side by side, the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro and the
Xbox
One
outpaced it. Yeah,
X.
Xbox.
Yeah, it like
did.
And
It did.
in my defense though, I've never played a One X, but when I played the regular Xbox and the Pro, like the Pro's fucking beautiful. Like I get in arguments with my husband because he's like, "Oh, why won't you play with me?" I'm like, "Get a fucking PlayStation because my shit looks dope as fuck right now."
Me personally, I think it looks amazing on the Pro.
Yeah. It probably looks fucking fantastic. I haven't played it on HD.
I mean, I didn't see much difference between the comparison of visuals wise between the One X and the Pro.
I'm gonna have to get me a One X and stream that shit.
I mean,
I'm just gonna
Well,
wait.
you know-
I'm gonna wait patiently and see if it does come out on PC. Because if it does, you already know when we go live, I'm gonna be hamming it the fuck up. I'm gonna create an intro specifically for PC Master Race if they do announce it. I swear to God, I'm gonna have fucking orchestras. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna come up in that bitch with buff shit with my hair flowing. I'm gonna come if they as soon as they announce it,
like Fabio on his
woo,
horse.
I'm gonna be up in that bitch like woo, flowing. But until then, I'm bugging.
Damn, LaLa, you got a boyfriend already?
Yeah, Jay is falling hard for you right now.
He said you were a boot chunk.
He's gonna watch you every day.
He's calling you boo.
Right.
What's up?
Look at LaLa's over blushing, like, yeah.
You know, damn, he's in love. He's in love.
He's in LaLa.
All right. Okay. So, yes, I think it will outpace GTA 5 though, because you know you can only play GTA 5 for so long. I mean, I know the online stuff is
people
popping.
People are still playing that online.
Because it's
now,
old though. It's old though, so like it's got all the attention and earned it because it's been out for so long.
And Red Dead Online is coming out very, very soon.
So much stuff out for it.
Listen, when Red Dead's Online comes out, because it's coming out very, very soon. It's going to shut that shit down. I guarantee it. All of those people,
if they do it right, but if it's going to have worse.
Yes, if they do it right, that's the key word.
And everything else.
I'm breaking up.
The thing was freezing up, but like you know, if the online has worse controls and you know, glitchy gameplay, it'll die out. In it, you know.
Danny, move your mouse off the cam.
You don't have the damn cursor turned off, bro.
He just turned it off, Danny. I mean, Terry.
Oh.
I'm still going through all my options here. Bear with me. Yeah, damn. I was still going.
His cursor's gonna be there because he's using display and he didn't set it up.
Do you see my cursor now?
Window capture.
No, I don't see.
Okay, exactly. So shut the hell up, Terry. Even though I love you, because I know you got the grenade.
You didn't do window capture for Discord, bro.
Hold on, hold on.
No, you have display. I saw the whole chat when you went to do your...
I got window capture. It's window capture. Properties, window capture. It says window, discord.exe, window match priority, match title.
It didn't... Yeah. I shouldn't have seen all your other shit when you were switching around.
That's because it was some other shit I was doing. But I got rid of that. You know what I'm saying? Please, everyone, bear with me. I'm still trying to shake shit into shape, but it's coming. It's going. Every time I make a change, boom, save. Yeah.
Okay. You still gotta do those jumping jacks that LaLa said, man. You're over here cheating out on your damn freaking thing.
I mean, push-ups.
Push-ups. I can't. My camera. I can't. If I move my camera,
Jumping
it's going
jack.
to be fucked.
We want to see this. I want to see you work up a sweat.
That's some fucking bullshit.
You made these rules.
Yourself. You did this to yourself.
He created these rules, and now he's salty that he has to.
All right, let's do this.
Move the chair. There you go. Come on.
I'm kind of pumped for this right now.
I'm trying to make sure my pants don't fall down.
Gotta do it on cam.
Please don't.
So.
Get fit, Danny.
Get fit, Danny. Thank you for that beautiful show.
Hold on, let me get my. Okay. All right.
LaLa beautiful up in here.
All right, now he is.
I've respawned. I have 6 lives, but it is still scary because Terry has the bomb. So
you could die twice.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah, it ain't no one-time episode. You got lives. Yeah, but you respawn. You will respawn.
That's nerve-wracking.
All right, let me. Okay, all right. I got my breath caught. Quiet Man. Let's move on to that. Okay, so Quiet Man is out. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's this game, and I kind of like the premise of it and the way that they're presenting it because I was kind of confused at first. But the Quiet Man, the main character is deaf, so he has a disability. He can't hear. So the developers kind of did like similar to like Hellblade, where they any type of condition that the condition that she had, they kind of built the game around that. They did the same thing with Quiet Man. So Quiet Man, there's no sound. Literally, the game has no sound. So all NPC interaction, all of the cutscenes, they're all literally no sound.
So interesting.
It is, and what it is. It kind of like it's almost like a PSA to kind of understand from somebody's perspective who has an ailment,
which is
like
dope
that.
as well, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's something pretty good because it's like the developers kind of took a chance on that because they didn't have to do it that way. They really didn't because they still could have just had straight up sound and then just kind of
muted some parts or whatever.
Yeah, muted some parts or maybe pointed to the philosophy that the character is deaf or has that element. So it's very interesting. What do you think, LaLa? Is that something that maybe you would try, like on a silent tip? Like,
I'm trying to play more. I feel like it's like going to be more of an indie. A lot of people in my chat have been bringing this game up. Like I've heard this a few times, but this Quiet Man. So it's kind of more of an indie game, and I'm trying to get more into indie games because the only indie game that I play is Five Nights at Freddy, and Five Nights at Freddy's is borderline not an indie game anymore. Like it's like what every indie game wants to be, like famous.
True.
So. I want to get more.
Can be famous though. That doesn't make it.
But then it's not considered indie anymore. Once it gets its name.
An indie is a game that's made by independent developer. It doesn't have the backing from the publisher. That's an indie.
Okay, I'm following you. Well, yeah. So like all I only play is Five Nights.
They made their own thing. They didn't have like EA or big publishing company help them out. Yeah. So,
everybody has like a move.
Like The Witcher is an indie because they didn't have a big publisher.
That's true. Even though they're fucking like
they making that money and they make that money. They have that fame, but they're an indie because they.
That's like Cuphead too, right? Cuphead would be considered that too, right? Like indie developer.
Yeah, Cuphead was an indie. Yeah.
But I think Quiet Man is Square Enix, isn't it? I don't think it's indie.
It's published by Square Enix.
Oh, but an indie.
Then if it's published by Square, then they had somebody else develop it for them. Right. Then it's not an indie. Then it's not an indie.
Yeah, it's not indie.
It's not an indie.
Yeah.
Someone else
I'm looking it up right now. Yep, it's Square Enix, and hold on.
That's just it's just like crap.
What it is
Life is Strange. Life is Strange. People think that's an indie. It's not.
Yeah, that one I know is not indie.
Don't developed it and Square published.
Right. Yeah, they had the money. India, like people who don't have the money, kind of thing. Right, like you guys said, big name.
It's something heads there, Danny. I forgot who made it.
I know. I'm trying to look it up right now and shit.
Because I saw it when I
booted up the Square game. It was co-developed by Square Enix and Human Head Studios.
That's it.
So it's definitely not indie. It's an internal.
Not an indie. Yeah. It has to be made by an independent developer. They can't have a publishing company help them. I
am surprised that Square Enix did that because usually they're more on the let's make money off of whatever the fuck we have established. You know what I'm saying?
And don't they make? Is it? I don't want to say anime, but isn't Square Enix kind of more towards like anime game?
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy.
Because they have Tomb Raider.
Except for Tomb Raider, yeah.
Well, Tomb Raider and Hitman, I thought was, but I think they're not with them anymore, right? Hitman?
I don't think so.
I thought Hitman.
Yeah, I think they had Hitman for a while there.
Yeah.
There's a new Hitman coming out on PC. It looks hella dope.
Oh, yeah. It looks super fucking dope.
I got to play it at TwitchCon!
Bethesda does the same thing, though. Bethesda, they do publishing for a lot of games they don't make.
Right.
It's also kind of like a little bit of self-promotion. Like, their name gets on it. Even though they didn't have nothing to do with it, kind of.
Right, they just kind of go we threw a little money.
Like Bethesda did not make that. They just published.
Quake,
they just published. Was it Doom? Doom, they only published.
Doom, yeah. Doom's in there.
Which was fucking dope, by the way.
I can't wait.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting that they would kind of do this format because this is kind of a big-ass risk, especially on Square Enix, because Square Enix, their shareholders are known to kind of be like really fucking
Backing out.
forceful. Yeah, and they really back out of a lot of projects that they feel like can't make the super amount of goddamn money. And I'm probably surprised
I didn't know
when I
Square
found
Enix
out
was
about
like that. That sounds like
Yeah.
Bethesda.
Hey, you'd be surprised, but Square Enix
All companies
shareholders.
are like that.
Nowadays,
Well,
true.
that's
Everyone's
that
trying to make
extent.
that
You need
money.
to be. You need to be. You know, greedy for that dollar. Otherwise, you're not going to stay on top.
Here's how greedy.
Right.
Here's how greedy some of the investors are. Final Fantasy 15 sold like, I don't know, it was like 15 million copies or something. It was something unfucking real, which is amazing. And they still said that they didn't meet the quota. So that tells you how kind of fucking greedy some of those investors are. I mean, you sell 15 million copies, you definitely in the billions of dollars, you know, sold franchise.
True.
So I just couldn't, but they still felt like they didn't meet their quarterly. I'm like, what was the fucking projections? Like 700 million copies sold? Like, I don't know what they expected. You know what I'm saying? So Square Enix has been known for that. So I was very surprised when I heard that they actually co-developed with Human Head on this game. Terry, I know you like games that kind of open the perspective of someone with some sort of disability or having and showcasing it correctly, not necessarily, well, here's a disability, but then it turns into a fucking superpower and shit, but like actual disabilities. What do you think about that? Like playing it all silent, can't hear
I think
shit.
it's cool. I think it's cool, and for me, I feel
right back.
that I understand that for the second playthrough, you can have the option to do it with sound, but I don't know. I feel like
It would take away from it, right? Like it would
I
kind
really
of
feel
defeat
like
the
nobody
purpose.
should do it. I really feel like I understand they're giving the option because some people are going to want it, but if you're playing a character with a disability to where they are, you know, hearing impaired, you're taken away from that experience by adding the sound, because that's not all that stuff is that's just for you. That's just fan service. That's just for you. That character
Yeah.
isn't experiencing any of that. That's just for you.
That's true, because it's like, well, you know, like when the sound comes back, the character would still behave in a way to where they can't hear. You know, so it's like, I don't know if it would take away from the narrative or if it would just kind of be like, they kind of point to that anyway, because you don't know. You know, there's no sound right now in the current version
And
of the game.
there
So.
are a lot of indie games, especially that cover mental disabilities and things like that.
I saw the one
Is
about
there a
depression.
game about being deaf though? Like, is there a game
Yeah.
that if you're deaf,
The Quiet Man. Literally, The Quiet Man.
Without the Quiet Man, if you're not talking.
Oh,
about the Quiet
without
Man,
him, I think there's been games where there was characters that were hearing impaired. I can't remember, but
the one where
I
you're talking about Hell's Gate, aren't you blind, or something like that?
Hell's
I thought
Gate.
there was some kind of disability, like you're in hell and you're fighting thing. Somebody was telling me
Oh,
about
you're
it. I've
talking
never played
Hellblade. Oh, she hears
Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade.
Yeah,
she was
Hellblade is schizophrenia.
Yeah, schizophrenia.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's dope
yeah.
as fuck.
It was
the
like
game
awareness.
is amazing.
That game,
Hellblade-
that,
was dope.
the Hellblade was the shit.
They
It was.
did a lot of research for to get the that stuff correct, which I applaud them for Hellblade. I just personally didn't like the gameplay. I really hated the gameplay of that game, so I never finished it. I hated it. I didn't like the way that they had it. I'm not going to go into it again. I ranted on it.
I know, because you already ranted about it.
I ran
Coming out like Terry's like.
But
It's like,
I personally hate Hellblade, but I do, commend them for covering
You
such a
respect
touchy
it,
topic.
but you don't like it.
I do commend them for, taking on a very touchy, sensitive topic like schizophrenia and giving it for their main character. And they did do the actual research on it, so I do.
They did.
Commend them. I commend them for doing that. They did that part really well. But there were other aspects of the game itself that I couldn't stand and killed it for me, so I didn't want to play it. But but there are lots of indie games. So many indie games that cover, mental disabilities between depression, suicide.
Suicide. I saw that one on Steam about suicide. That one
There's
was
so
sad
many.
as
There's
fuck.
a lot of the games I play, tend to, I don't know the word I want to say. They kind of like, they kind of go into these, topics and things like that. Like one of my all-time favorite indie games, is the Cat Lady, and that
Cat Lady, yeah.
That is nothing but mental health. It's just a trip. you know, and it's literally one of those games that it's super underrated. People don't know about it. And like when I started playing, I was like, what the hell is this? This is just a freak show mess. But then you get through it, you get to the end, it all comes together, and it just blows your damn mind. And literally, I said this before, that game is a diamond in the rough that nobody knows about, and it's a gem that everybody should freaking have in their library. Seriously. And there's other games that it's part of a series, and so everybody should play them for sure. And
I just like when developers do that, like when they really go with a passion instead of something like, well, shareholders wanted fucking explosions. They actually thought about it, and they were like, shit, let's make a game that actually brings awareness on the hearing impaired, and like, even though there's a main protagonist, the main protagonist can still be afflicted by being hearing impaired, and that how does that change the narrative within the gameplay itself? I love that. That's why I was very interested in that.
Though, that I would make music in the background, because I feel like that much silence would be uncomfortable.
Well,
so, like if I was going to stream this game, I would take away from the game though. Just because like my mic picks up a lot of background noise and shit. Like me as a streamer trying to think of my own stream, it would be hard for me because I don't have a very expensive, like high quality, top of the line like mic. I don't. And so it would be kind of hard for me to stream an all silent game. And then do I get to talk, or do I have to be silent as well? Should I? You know what?
I did watch a couple of streamers, actually put the game on, and I must say they did. They didn't add any sound or anything like that, but they did comment. Like on the comment section, like how people were just talking in chat and saying how this game, they like the fighting mechanics, or damn, is there sound? He was answering questions, but he really wasn't, like trying to talk over the non-sound. He was just basically playing. He was trying to give it, because it's really hard. I know how hard it is, because it's just like, okay, do I just comment on everything, or do I just be silent myself, and just kind of experience it how it really should be, which is from someone who is hearing impaired. I just love that act of it. I just love that developers were like, fuck the shareholders, you know what I'm saying? Let's just put some money and some time in our own creations without the pressure of, having to sell a trillion fucking copies. Let's just get some shit out there that we kind of care about. Maybe they have family, friends that have a hearing impairment. So, I commend them. I commend Square Enix for sure.
I'm happy that, you see these sort of topics being covered in games, because, these are people just like anyone else that, have, differences, and, it's nice to, it gives everybody else that opportunity to kind of experience what it is for them, what it's like for them a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be exactly the same. I mean, there's a lot that we're missing out on still on their experience, but it gives us a little bit of, an understanding of what it is to be like that, to have that, because we take things for granted. The fact that we can hear, we take that for granted. It's not something that we think about.
Yeah, that's true.
So
you know what? Speaking of that, The Surge. Now remember that game? I won a game. I won The Surge. And that game also addresses disability too, with being in a wheelchair. And
lots of games,
it's amazing.
Cover disability. They really do, and it does shock me when people say that this is new and unique, because it's not. There are hundreds of games that do it. Just people don't know about.
This is the biggest game, then.
Right? There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games that cover these topics. Just nobody knows about them, because whenever you see gaming news, it has to be a AAA title that has a big publisher to get it in the media.
Bethesda, blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah, I get you.
So if a big company don't cover it, no one knows that they're there. But there is a lot of them, and there's some really.
But that's why we're here, because we have that intelligent conversation. We can bring up that stuff.
If you are a fan of games that have
respect
sensitive topics and you want to play them, go play the Cat Lady. Okay, most people don't even know about that game. Go play the Cat Lady. There's something with the light something. Gosh, I forgot the name of it. I'll have to look it up. It has something to do with the light, and it takes place in a mental penitentiary, and
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's so
called
effed up.
Light
So
at
effed
the
up.
End, or Light at the End, or something like that.
It might be like Light at the End. Play that game. It's a walking sim, and holy shit, the shit that happens in that game to this poor woman, you have to relive like the horrible things that happened at this, asylum, and it's crazy.
It's just crazy.
And super sensitive topics like rape and all things like that. So like for someone to take on things like that, it's major. It's major, and you don't hear people talking about those games. You don't hear about that. For an indie company to be like, yeah, we're gonna have a game and we're gonna show the horror that this lady went through with with the subject of rape and abuse and things like that. You don't hear about that. No one's talking about that. You really
don't, not rarely, or it's made to be a joke. Yeah, it's not really taken like a serious conversation.
It's been done, and they did a beautiful job showing that, to get us to actually feel that emotion, to like, wow, this is some shit. You feel it. You feel it. And those kind of dope need to be recognized, because there's so many like that one that are out there that nobody knows about, and it upsets me, because
I can tell.
It really upsets me.
It really does, though.
So many underrated games out there that no one focuses on, because all anybody ever gives a shit about are AAA titles. And yes, those AAA titles are fun and they're great, but you got to look past that shit. Actually, go look at indie games, because there's so many good games out there that you don't even know about because the news isn't covering them, and they need to be they need to be seen and played. They do.
That's why I say hit that follow. If you want shit to really be covered and have a real fucking conversation without crummy ass details, hit that follow. Hit that sub. Become a patron.
I do think that this game that I forget what we were talking about, Quiet Man, is opening not necessarily doors, but people's eyes to games. Like all the games that Terry just listed, I don't know about any of them. All I knew about the schizophrenic one. Like I had no idea. I guess I'm new to the gamer world, I guess, and I'm used to like big names and shit. So it's kind of cool to like be like, damn, I want to play that. Damn, I want to play that too.
No, but it's not that you're new. It's just that
it's not covered. Yeah,
the average gamer is guilty of this, where they only play AAA title. Okay, you have to be someone that openly says, you know what, I'm going to go through these indie games and look at them. Yes, you're going to find a lot of shit out in the indie genre. There are a lot of thrown together pieces of crap games out there. But if you take that time and you go through these games, you're going to find some amazing games that you would feel, should be AAA games. Literally, I have played indie games that I personally have felt should have been recognized for Game of the Year, but they will never get recommended for Game of the Year because only AAA titles do. And it's bullshit.
Well, Dre, I think what we're saying, because Dre's made a comment, we're not really mad at people for not playing it. We're more frustrated with like major media outlets that have not covered it as much as you could be, because it doesn't really take like a huge ad machine. All it takes is for somebody to talk about it. I mean, look at LaLa right now.
You don't even need the
LaLa wants to play like 3 or 4 games that we've talked about right now.
You do not need the big, we're gonna have a giant fucking ad, on a building somewhere to know there's a goddamn game coming out. You don't need that. We have the power of the internet. All right. There's no reason a gamer can't go out there and Google search, hey, games that cover this topic, games that cover this topic. You fucking will find all of those games I'm talking about right fucking now. All you have to do is Google that shit.
Listen, Terry.
That is an excuse.
Hold on. Even I'm guilty of that. Where that's not.
You just fucking search that shit.
Listen, honestly, I'm guilty of that too. I mean, the first search result is not going to be for, like a main protagonist that has some sort of impairment. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, it's not. But what I do love is that they do take the time to develop something like that. And it does give us a chance to kind of experience that, maybe just on a glancing of a small article somewhere, deep off into a media outlet, or someone like us here, who, wants to talk about Quiet Man, and it leads off into a conversation about protagonists having some sort of impairment. So, like everybody watching right now is like, we're probably like, holy shit, the Surge really has a guy in a wheelchair, a cat lady, what the fuck is that? So I mean, that's all it takes, 2 or 3 here.
I just recently had to do, I can't remember the name of it, I apologize. because, you know, I don't like scary games, and I tend to try to blank them out after I go through that experience. But I recently played a horror game that just came out in October, and literally you play a character in a wheelchair, but no one's gonna know about that game either. Yeah, you know,
that's why they have you, Terry. Because you will say it, and I said that's how we have people like you, Terry.
You know, you play. Imagine playing a fucking horror game, and you're used to being able to run away. Guess what? Your ass can't run away. You're in a wheelchair. You can't go up steps. Where the fuck you gonna go?
That is scary as fuck.
That's actually really petrifying.
I want to play that shit now.
That sounds fucking terrible.
I want to play that.
Man.
You're first to die. Like, that's a sad thing to think about if you're stuck in a wheelchair. Like, you can't
that
run.
is scary as fuck. What's the name of the game, Terry?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and find it. I did it recently, but yeah, it's like.
Please,
and
so we can post it up. Everybody wants to know what the fucking name it is.
It's a psychological horror. But it's
I want to see that. I want to fucking see
like, literally, I'm wheeling around my house because this guy just moved to a new place, and literally you see this fucking demon person walking down outside the window, and I'm like, no, I'm not going outside. Lock the goddamn door.
No,
you know,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm sitting there wheeling around the house like, You know,
that does. Yeah, you're right, Jabari. That sounds crazy. I literally want to experience that. Like, that's got to be the most terrifying thing ever. Not being able to get away. It's just like, holy shit.
You know, and it's games like that, you know, if you literally just take the time to search for indie titles, you know, you can go on Steam even. If you go to Steam and
Steam is really good about showing it, though.
You can find games that cover these genres, and then you can find the recommendations of other games that cover these genres. There's no reason that you don't know about it. It's the fact that nobody takes the time to actually look. That's the problem.
That's the thing, though, to actually go out and look. It's hard. It is hard for any indie game because, like you said, you're going down the street, there's a huge fucking billboard of Fallout 76, you're watching the football game, and you see this badass commercial, you're like, I want to play that game. You don't see any advertisement.
You're not even thinking about it.
New game first, and then there goes all your time. Because, I mean, I have too many fucking games to play right now. I totally agree.
I totally agree.
Games like those. I guarantee that if a big publisher like fucking Bethesda or Square or EA or someone, you know, covered those games, everybody would be talking about them.
Absolutely.
For sure. Absolutely.
Because they don't have that, no one talks about them.
But the investors, too, you got to remember, it's a whole lot of layers. When it comes to like games like that. First of all, someone like myself who doesn't really have an impairment, I'm gonna be honest, that is not the first thing I look up. You know, I'm looking for action, I'm looking for comedy, I'm looking for drama, I'm not really concentrating on that.
I'm stoked.
But what I do like is like I said, I like that they actually did it. Like, even though they know someone like me will not be actively searching for that, they still did it.
What's that?
Alan Wake is a great game, and that's another psychological horror. It's another psychological horror game.
Indie? Yeah. Or no?
I think it might be.
Alan Wake.
Is that an indie?
I wouldn't say indie. It's made by Remedy.
Yeah, Remedy. Yeah, so Remedy is owned by. If it's just Remedy, are they published?
They didn't have a publisher help them.
It looks dope. Steam. It's on Steam.
It's a really good game. I recommend it.
It's on Steam, and it's on Steam, LaLa, and
they have it on
Xbox.
console as well. You can get it on console as well.
You guys know me. I'm a console girl.
Yes, absolutely. We can hear you, sir.
Xbox has it.
Okay, so it is not indie. It is Remedy Studios, and it was published by Microsoft. So
Microsoft.
Yeah, I was gonna say Microsoft.
I was gonna say I know Xbox has it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a great game. Yeah,
psychological thriller and a body cinematic action game put together. That's really survival horror.
It's really good. It's really good.
I'm fucking down, bruh. Like, I'm so down. I love scary games. They're the best. I love being petrified.
Alan Wake was amazing, though. Alan Wake was
I did a full playthrough of that. I can play through the thrillers. It's the actual jump scare horror games that I can't do.
But that I like it all. Like,
but yeah, no, it's a great game.
I always bring it up. The best for me, the very best scary game to me is Res 7. Like, it's a jump scare.
Res 7 got me fucked up.
It's cool.
It's It has, and it's got on VR. Like, it's got everything, you know.
Dude,
and
it
ain't got shit. It ain't got shit on the Conjuring House. I tell you.
You don't need the big
Conjuring House fucked up too.
If the games are great, people are going to talk about them. Look at Visage. Visage is a horror game that just came out in October, and everybody's been talking about it. They're an indie game. They didn't have any big Visage.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that's different with that, though, Terry. Here's the thing with that, though, Terry.
And talking about it.
Terry, here's the thing that did with Visage, though. You got to remember, we had a horror holiday just passed, so the search results on Google were insane for like horror games. You know, you type that into Google, it gives you thousands of like. No, but like someone like me who like.
People will still go on and Google what are the releases for October 2018, and you know what they're going to show you? Only AAA titles.
Well, yeah, but see, that comes down to media and stuff, though.
If you're going to take the time to do a Google search to see what games are coming out for the month, there's no reason why you can't, generalize that a little bit more and pick, an actual.
Well, like I said, someone like me who really doesn't
instead of only getting the AAA title stuff.
But I'm like this.
Someone all the time. I'll go and I'll do like a search. Okay, the next quarter's coming. What games are coming out in the fall? And whenever you do searches like that, they only show AAA titles for the fall or whatever you're searching. They never show indies. So you need to actually take the little extra effort to do the search for the indies.
Scroll.
Well, scroll. Yes, but I feel like this. Scroll. Even though I feel like I should be looking up more stuff like that. Just in general, because what that does is each time we ping that result, it does move up in a Google search.
Yeah.
So the more of us who just kind of search that result, it does become a popular trending tag. So hey, all of us watching, just whenever after the show, just take a moment and just kind of look up like ailment or impaired, main protagonist with an impairment. Or anything like this, just take the time and just search those tags, because that will help too, as well as what we're doing right now, which is talking about it. We're naming a lot of games I bet you a lot of people in this chat have not heard of, for sure.
PSA, search for indie games.
Yep. So, and I saw Cat Lady, which it was a fucked up game too. Not only did they tackle that those impairments, it was still fucked up too. So, go check that shit out. You said you don't want to, man. You scared, Trey? Don't be like me, man. I had to man up, man, because that shit is fucking scary.
Little bitch.
And listen, Resident Evil 7 had me fucked up. So
it's pretty fucking good.
And on PC, on PC you got that TSA and fucking SMA. You can turn all that shit up and everything looks juicy and fucking nasty. It's like hell no. You know what I'm saying? When you see some guts on the table and that shit look juicy, hell no.
You had to reach inside their mouth, like inside the head, and pull shit out. Dude, that shit on VR with all the worms and shit. It's like,
actually, that's another good game that Jay Barry just mentioned. The Inpatient in VR, that was good and creepy.
Oh, Inpatient. Okay.
I rage quit that one because my game was
your game was messing up.
My game was messing up bad. I was like getting thrown. I was like walking into the wall. My character wouldn't turn for shit. And I was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
Like, and then I literally had to walk backwards. I could my game was so bugged. I couldn't walk backwards. I could only walk in reverse. I had to walk backwards. Turn the camera to where I'm at. Turn back around. Walk backwards.
It was hella broken. Oh my!
Patient VR for me was super fucking broken, and I turned that shit off because I was after an hour of having to walk backwards, which just trying to spook the shit out of you, was just traumatizing. Okay,
that's even worse.
There's a challenge. You find like your Res 7 scary. Play that game in reverse. Only walk backwards. I bet you you're never figuring it out.
Nope.
I couldn't even wear the helmet.
Never.
Drake Jones, you said. Scary games are no for me, dog.
Yeah, dog. That's what I'm saying, man. I feel you, man. I feel you, dude. My nerves is bad, man. I got bad nerves.
Give me goosebumps. I want nightmares.
Jabari's on board now. He's on board now.
Now on then, LaLa. You want your heart racing and you want the nightmares. I want you to play all your scary games only walking backwards.
Oh, fuck
I got you, boo. I got you, babe. Let's do it.
You're going to be freaking out because you're not going to be able to see shit. You're just
Outlast is terrible regardless because of the fucking camera shit. So if you can, I can't even imagine playing Outlast. Like,
nope. Never. Never. But yeah, like I said, go check out The Quiet Man. Check it out for you guys. It's on Steam. It's everywhere, actually.
You can get on PlayStation 4. You can get on PlayStation 4 and Steam for $13 right now till November 15th.
Yeah, so super fucking cheap. It's a quick game, but it does prove a point, and we make our points with our dollars. So if you want those companies to take more risk and actually reach out to more of a different demographic than just the fucking buff white dude blowing up shit, spend your money. You know what I'm saying? Because usually the main protagonist is like a buff white dude. So when you want to see something different, pay for it. All right, triggering topic: Diablo. Here's the thing. Blizzard had their BlizzCon, and they did a major announcement for the new Diablo, and it literally was not what people wanted, including myself. I had Final Round for it, but I added it as a topic because I'm just super triggered about it. But it's called Diablo Immortal, and it is only coming out for Android and iOS. So the new Diablo is not a major release. It's a fucking mobile game. Big Mike, what you think?
Is it free on mobile?
I have no idea. They didn't have no price, nothing. They just said coming out.
Right now, you can just pre-register for it.
Pre-order,
pre-register, as they called it on Google Play.
Pre-register.
Yeah, pre-register. Yeah, you can pre-register. You can register before register.
You don't do pre-orders on mobile, so I guess you got to do a sign up.
I'm interested in it, but I'm interested in the game. I'll say that it looks interesting.
I mean, the whole commercial is all CGI, so I don't even know.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't even fucking understand that either. Like they spent like $52 trillion on the CGI and then released a mobile game.
And what I understood, it's 20. Takes place like 20 years or 20 years before Diablo 1 and 2. That's what I understood from the. But it looked interesting. And
I'm not excited about it.
I know it doesn't run on all phones. Like it won't run on my phone, so I have to upgrade.
Yeah, because I think you need at least a 7 or higher for iOS, and you need at least a S8 or something like that.
Big Mike still has a Nokia.
No. I'm not running it.
Oh shit, Big Mike.
That's Danny over there.
No man, I got iPhone, bro. iPhone, bro. It's supported. He got a Nokia Flip. That's what the fuck he got.
Yeah, I got the LG V10. That's what I've been using.
Exactly.
Your phone is old as fuck, bro. Because I have the V30. The V30.
He got that ancient prehistoric phone and shit. Moses was like, "Hey, yo, can you hear me?"
Behind. No wonder you can't play shit on there. Do you even get internet?
Can you play Snake on there?
Real talk, I'm upgrading next month, though. Real talk, I am upgrading next month.
Hell yeah, there we go.
I'm getting the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 next month.
Okay, Note 9, do you?
What have they done?
Yeah, Phantom Man. Listen, the new Diablo is a mobile fucking game, dude. It's a new mobile game. It's not a full release. It's not a major release for the consoles and PC. It's fucking mobile shit.
It's the fucking commercials all CGI, so you don't even know what it's like. So why would I don't like Diablo. Diablo 3 was kind of whack to me. Like, everybody hyped it up, and then I played it, and I was like, this looks like Dark Alliance from Xbox. Not even
I love Diablo 3.
Whatever.
I love Diablo 3.
Diablo is the shit for me. Yeah.
Nah, I thought it was
I
like
have fun
overhyped.
with it, but it's I don't know. I can't play it as much as I can like Torchlight. Torchlight, I can go on and on.
Torchlight was the shit though too.
Torchlight's similar gameplay, isn't it? Where
it's got that isometric view, but Torchlight's Torchlight's more RPG where you're focused on quests and story. As Diablo's more dungeon delving, you're just going down there and killing as many things as you can to level up. You know.
I'm a big fan of Dark Alliance. That's just an old ass fucking game. I don't even know if you guys know what that is. It was back from
Dark Alliance. I remember PS2. Dark Alliance. Yeah.
That's my fucking game. Like, Dark Alliance is so old that I was playing on PS2, and they had too many ads when the game was like, Like the game couldn't even handle itself. And so when I was playing Diablo, it was like, this is just a new version of Dark Alliance, but it's not Dark Alliance. I don't like it.
I actually like Diablo. I thought Diablo 3 was pretty fucking dope, so I was hype. Honestly, about the announcement. I was like, hell yeah, new Diablo, let's go. Maybe Unreal Engine, looking pretty fucking sweet. Nope. We're going to give you a shitty mobile game with gacha elements, so you have to pay for shit. And you already know what it is. You know what it is.
Yeah, you're going to play it and be like, come back in 12 hours.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fucking, you got the time system and fucking, you gotta rest and not play it, and energy, and it's gonna be all kind of garbage.
Be fucking trash. Unless they make you pay like Steam, like $15 to own the damn game, maybe it'll be kind of cool.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be free to play, and then they're gonna have all these like pay elements. You're gonna have to buy weapons with microtransactions. You gotta pay for swords. You gotta pay for energy. You gotta pay for orbs. You gotta pay for.
It kind of makes me mad. Like they're doing it for the money now. They're not even doing it for the game content.
Well, duh.
Like, trying to make like we were saying about big money games or whatever, you got to make sales, blah blah. Like when they do mobile apps, I feel like that's hella cheating. Like they're hella trying to make extra money.
Oh, that's what it is.
Everybody fucked up. You got
the investors, all those investors and those shareholders are like, how can you make? That's okay. That's okay. How shareholders are first instinct is how much money can this make upon release,
right?
Which is kind of unfortunate because once they own high stakes into a company like that, they really dictate the outcome of the game, and I think that's the main problem. And I think when
Warframe is a great free game.
Well, if Diablo comes out and it's fucking like outstanding, like there's no energy system, you really don't have to pay for shit. You buy it straight out let's say $8.99 for Diablo on your phone. Okay, all right, it's a mobile game, but they are going about it as far as like an actual release just on your phone. Instead of saying, like, here's with the gacha elements where you got to fucking loot boxes and spin wheels to get coins that... Yeah, see, I just hate that shit sometimes.
I fucking hate that shit. Yeah.
I just don't want it in Diablo.
That's pretty bad either. I spend hella money on Pokemon Go or whatever, and I still play it. But, they don't really do a lot of microtransactions either.
No, it's just like...
You can buy this, but you literally can enjoy the entire game without spending any money.
What it is, you need to walk. That's what the fuck you got to do. Get your ass up, because that's what it is. It's like either you want to be lazy and pay, or you gonna get your ass up and walk. And
no, you can't be lazy and pay. You can pay, but you still gotta move.
That's true, because you still gotta fucking go get the goddamn Pokemon and shit.
You're breaking up.
Oh shit, dude! You sound like Megatron. Dude.
He's losing a life there.
Hold on, you said what? Oh, you said he loses a life? Does he? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying he loses a life. Yeah. You don't want to sound like Max Headroom. You remember when Max Headroom was? Like,
so far we have.
You can't hear me at all. You can't hear me very
well? We can hear you now. Yes, we can hear you now. But Platinum. So far, Platinum and Big Mike are in danger.
I didn't lose it. What?
Oh yeah, you lost a life, Big Mike, for sure.
When?
How am I in danger? You're the one in danger.
No, I respawn.
He's not in danger
I
anymore.
respawn.
He did it. He's got all his
You're
lives
just a
again.
cheating motherfucker.
I'm not cheating. Hold on. I literally lost all my lives earlier. So how am I cheating? You know what I'm saying?
And how am I in danger though?
Because you sounded like Megatron. So now you have...
And Megatron is cool as fuck. Megatron is cool. But that doesn't...
Listen, you and Big Mike, you and Big Mike are in danger, right?
All right,
I was in danger. I thought I lost a life.
Yes. Oh, that's right. LaLa is. Yeah, that's right. So 3 in danger right now.
But how did I lose my life? Explain to me. How did I lose my life?
You logged in. Yeah.
I logged in. I logged in. Fuck you.
You lost it earlier. You had said something earlier and you lost it. So I can't remember.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it. Whatever.
I have to rewind the rebroadcast to see exactly
Don't worry
when
about
you failed.
I'll take it. Oh man, I'll take my punishment. Whatever. Let's go.
Phantom, that's in chat. The reason why I lost life is I swear to God, I thought you were platinum for like the longest time.
Yeah. Rip.
And I found out that you weren't platinum.
So
Not too long ago. And it was really embarrassing. I'm sorry that I mistaked you for someone else, and I apologize.
Once again, rip. You know what I'm saying?
It was a big rip, and I'm really embarrassed. And I'm so sorry. I know who you are now, for show, Phantom.
Oh, here we go! Oh shit! Oh, almost hit it! No, I don't do it.
She found platinum
I'm dyslexic as fuck, okay? And those letters, the way they're arranged, it could say platinum, okay?
I don't know if I agree with that.
LaLa, I have a question. How did you get platinum? No, but I mean, how did you get platinum gaming out of Phantom is Gaming? Did you have your beer goggles on or something?
Oh,
yes, actually.
Now we see platinum. You asked why.
Did you not see my Halloween stream? Did you not see my Halloween stream? I was damn fucked up. Okay, I don't know how karaoke started, but it did.
All right.
Says, oh shit.
Oh shit. Next up, and like I said, I am literally the only one who loves talking about Nintendo, but Nintendo Switch, 23 million units. Like, when you talk about a fucking bounce back from like the Wii U to like the Switch.
The Wii U was garbage though. Like the Wii U was stupid as fuck. Like
it was stupid as fuck. It was some things that just were not didn't meet the requirements. But Switch is doing very, very well, and it looks like Mario Odyssey is the main main IP that's being sold the most. On the Switch, I mean, duh.
But the reason why is because the only other open world Mario game that there is Mario Sunshine, and Mario Sunshine is still hundreds of fucking dollars. I want Mario Sunshine.
So it is.
You know how hard it is to find that game? You can't. You can't find it. They should release that shit for the fucking Switch, bro. Like honestly.
Mario RPG, Mario RPG is expensive too. I think it's like $400 right now.
Mario
for the actual
RPG? What's that?
What? LaLa, what? LaLa, Mario RPG is one. Listen, Mario RPG is one of the greatest RPGs of all time. I swear to God.
Whoa.
It's one of them. I said one of them. I didn't say the best. I said one of them. Big Mike, let's take your beer goggles off. You know what I'm saying? I said one.
I misheard you.
Okay, all right.
The game is as old as me. Don't fucking judge me.
I was gonna say, slow your roll down there, Daddy.
What console is it on? Is it on 64?
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo's
Super Nintendo. Hey, you got emulator? You got a PC? I'll give us some emulators.
I don't like emulators. Fuck that.
Oh.
I want an actual game. Like when I stream Luigi's Mansion, it's on GameCube. Like I like the original authenticity.
I commend.
I can't. I have to play them on the original.
I commend you there, LaLa.
The only emulator I do is mobile, and that's so I can stream mobile games on my PC.
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
Otherwise, games like actual other games, I have to play it on the original console.
Like when I play Spiral, it's on PS2. Like
Everybody in chat.
Tomb Raider, PS2.
Yeah, like it triggers me when I get to watch. Like Zelda is really commonly streamed, and it triggers me because I see them playing the PC, emulator, and they get to hit that F5 key and do a save. I'm like, you don't get a save there. On that
you don't get a save. Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you don't get a save state in that shit. You can't save your state in the actual game.
Yeah, you can't just save randomly in those games. I think it was like Twilight Princess or something.
I was at TwitchCon and I was watching a speed run of Mega Man. That shit was incredible, actually. But it was on PC. They were like, It was dead silent in that room. I actually went in there to sit and relax because it was so exhausting. And then you're gonna go right here and you're gonna fight this boss. And as long as you jump off the wall like this, bam, dead. And then everybody's applauding.
And then 10 seconds later, he's fighting the next boss. I'm like, holy shit, bro! I'm like, that's incredible.
I could not play fucking Mega Man with a keyboard. I cannot play Mega Man with no fucking keyboard. I will be wrecked instantly.
Fast.
I can't fucking do this shit. You know, like I play shooters.
I'm like whispering. You go in there. Excuse me, is someone sitting there? Okay.
Let's Okay, so Nintendo. We talked about Nintendo. Henry Cavill. I can't say his last name. Cavill.
You lost a life, Danny.
I actually said I couldn't say it. So I had a disclaimer. No. I had a disclaimer. No, sorry. Man up, take your life. Sorry. He's going to be the live action Witcher. He's going to be Geralt in the Netflix series The Witcher. And he released kind of like this little short video of like how he's gonna look on the show, and there's kind of there's some mixed reactions. Maybe I can go to it so I can show you real quick.
I gave you the link to it.
I know.
If it's the picture that's in the link, he kind of looks like Orlando Bloom when he was in fucking.
Go ahead, say it. He looked like Orlando Bloom from Lord of the Rings.
Hey,
he looked
like I got as a game.
You sound like trash.
Yeah, you sound like trash without a platinum.
Let's do this.
Shut up.
I'm just
your connection is bad. We can barely hear you.
You sound like you're in the dark web.
It's very robotic. It's very robotic, and most of the words are cut out.
This is what I heard when I was trying to stream with you guys at TwitchCon. Like from everyone. Choke it off.
Exactly, our fan of gaming. It looks like Legolas from Lord of the Rings.
So yeah, this is Henry Cavill. He is officially the Witcher. And I don't know,
he's an old ass man. All right.
Yeah. Geralt, I always thought Geralt was like really fucking. You know,
he had that old rugged look. This guy looks.
He looks young and clean.
He looks too young.
Exactly.
He looks like fucking.
He doesn't look old and rugged.
Yeah.
Geralt old and rugged.
He hasn't seen years. He hasn't been in this in a minute. You know.
He's too young. Now hold on. Just kind of defend it a little bit. They're going from the
defend it.
Exactly. What they're doing is they're going with the comic books and have the beard. Yeah.
Yeah, but he should though.
His skin doesn't look like it doesn't look rugged like more like he doesn't have scars.
He looks like he just left like the first.
I know.
Level 1.
Like he just got out of the goddamn Witcher Academy.
I know.
He does. He looks like he's like in Witcher High School and shit.
Like I said though, he's foreign in the comics, and he doesn't have the scar or the beard in the comics yet.
See, I feel like
so it is level 1. He is fresh.
Yes.
Okay, so then
but I feel like this shouldn't have started there, though. I feel like this shouldn't have started there. It should have just been like a flashback, not necessarily start the series from there, though. I feel like
so. If you're trying to like love something, you want to see it from day one. When you open the book, you're reading it from day one. So shouldn't the show start from day one?
They always do that. Maybe
it's just Henry. That's what it is. I'm not liking.
They always do that so they can pull in fans that aren't already fans.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I don't know shit about The Witcher, so I want.
That's why whenever you see comic book stuff, you know, like Marvel, DC, they always start from the fucking beginning because there's plenty of people who haven't seen the beginning. You know,
I guess so. Yeah, I can understand that.
Hardcore fans, you know, are burnt out on the goddamn origin story, but there's plenty of people out there that don't know it.
Like it's like my nephew. He never read a single comic of the Marvels, but he loves the Marvel movies.
I get salty when I hear that shit. I'm like, hold on, what?
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to Deadpool, I'm like,
I get shocked when I hear that.
He loves Deadpool. He loves Deadpool, but he's never read a Deadpool comic.
Oh my God! Doesn't he know how rated R the comics are?
Doesn't he know how great the
comics are. Like, they're just great comics in general. And
every artist who has participated in a Deadpool comic has always gone out of their way.
Better.
It looks so fucking dope.
Old Man Logan actually is one of my favorite Wolverine series. Old Man Logan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have read that one.
Absolutely.
I don't read them, but there's this guy on YouTube, historian, and he'll read it to you and show Pam and kind of like in his voice, like kind of tell it as a story. And I love watching all of his shit, especially for Old Man Logan.
That is awesome.
For sure. And hey, I love that they're trying to stick to like the main books and origin stories and stuff like that. But it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just having origin fatigue. Like everything's a fucking origin story. So I just kind of want to get to the point of it. I want Geralt to be rugged. I want him to already know magic. I want him to be super fucking dope with the sword.
You don't want to see the struggle.
Right, I don't want to see the struggle. I want him to see him to get it on with a lot of ladies. Like I'm trying to see all of that. So it's like
trying to see some nipples.
I'm trying to see nips. I support nips, so I'm trying to see it.
Support nips.
I'm trying to see it. You ain't got to go all the way triple X, but I'll take some softcore. Because that Witcher got it down. Like that was like even in the books too. Like when any of his sexual escapades, they were really described and drawn out.
I need to read this book.
Oh yeah, the books are the book. Hey, it gets hot. Cold shower waiting, believe it. You know what I'm saying? But it gets hot though. But that was what it is. Was like everything was very explicit. So
as Terry would say, he was a man-ho. Gerald's a man-ho.
I support it. I fully support the man.
I support it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what she told me one day because I was playing Witcher 3. Just I don't like Witcher because he's a man-ho. He's a woman.
Hey.
He's a womanizer. He's a womanizer.
Hey, I'm like, it takes two. It's not like, hey, listen, it's not.
These women are special. He loves them. He's over here sleeping with both of them. The fucking
it takes two. It takes two.
If she's into it,
exactly.
They get pissed off, and then you have to choose at the end because you gotta choose.
You gotta go. Which one got that good? Who got that good?
Both people.
You gotta test the waters.
Yeah, I gotta see who got that. Who got that? That's
She can't test the waters. He's been testing the waters with them for years.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? You gotta dip your toe in. Look, Terry, you gotta dip your toe in sometime. You know what I'm saying?
The next game, you'd be like, I know we had history, but I'm gonna go with you, girl. You're because I love you, and then the next game, no, I'll go back to the redhead because
I mean.
Hey, Netflix better have some hoism, or I'm gonna be up.
Of course, they're gonna have the hoism.
They got all the hoism.
They have no restrictions.
That's true, though. That's true. I've seen some fucked up shows.
If it's on Netflix, it's gonna be dope. Or if it was like on HBO or something, then it'd be dope. If it was
dope
like
as fuck.
On traditional cable, nah, you're not gonna see nothing. Yeah. So it's kind of really exciting that you're gonna see this man-ho develop on Netflix.
You the bloody Witcher, you fuck. I want to see all of that shit. So, hype is real, but Henry, maybe he'll pull it off. Maybe it's just so early and I'm just fucking prejudging. But I want to see it. I want to see a complete thing, and then I'll really judge. But I am hyped that they're doing a Witcher series anyway because the Witcher story is so vast and so explicit. I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving that shit.
I want to try Thronebreaker.
Thronebreaker. That's the card game, right?
It's the card.
Gwent. It's Gwent.
It's the card game, but it dials more into the story.
Yeah, storyline. Card game with fucking storyline. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not into card games, so I don't know.
Next up, we got Undertale. Are you guys familiar with Undertale?
It's
like an indie RPG.
I never played it because it didn't interest me personally, but I know a lot of people love it. It's got quite the fan base.
No, Undertale.
It just looks hella cute.
Yeah, it does. It has kind of like that cute old school aesthetic. But the devs who made Undertale they released a demo. It's out right now, and I'm probably going to download it after we're done. But it's called Deltarune. Yeah, on Steam. It's on actually the demo is everywhere actually. But it's called Deltarune, and that's Deltarune. And it's basically similar, I should say, maybe in the same world, but they changed up the battle. So the battle is more of like a, how can I describe it? It's like Final Fantasy Chrono Trigger-ish a little bit. Mixed in with some Undertale elements like avoiding the hearts and or avoiding the attacks with your heart. So some of those things are very, very similar. But it looks pretty fucking cool. Like, Big Mike, I know you said you played Undertale, right?
Yes, I played it and platinum it on PlayStation.
Dude, there was some weird shit going on Undertale, dude. There's some things weird. Because it's like if you don't talk to certain NPCs, certain things change. I just remember,
though, when Undertale was real big because it was on PC first. Like, Mike was shitting on it, and then it came to console, and he was all about it.
Oh yeah, I wish I had my exposed. God, I don't have my exposed.
And then indie stuff. No, most indie games are trash. No, I don't want to play it.
Okay, that's how Big Mike lives his life. He doesn't live his best life.
On Steam, I can search Deltarune, nothing pops up.
I could be salty.
Is Deltarune all one word?
Yeah, it don't pop up.
Oh shit!
There's a link in our chat though for an article.
Yeah, it should be.
They might have something for it.
They might have the link in there. Yeah.
Okay, let me try looking at that.
Yeah, there it is. GameSpot. Let's see what the fuck is the demo. I'm trying to find it right now.
Right.
Toby Fox said right now you can play the demo, but the game is going to take years to make. He said years.
Wow. Damn, years really for that? I don't know.
Yep. There's 2 articles that DualShockers did, but yeah, in the second article he said it's going to take years to make Deltarune.
That's obnoxious.
That's kind of crazy. I hope not.
Fucking pixelated as fuck.
It's like years? What the fuck are they instituting in the game?
I can fucking finance this shit. What the fuck?
I know a couple people that get that shit done right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's
a couple years? Really? Fuck.
That's obnoxious as fuck.
It's the last article I posted. It says Max Roberts. Toby Fox says Deltarune. You can post the link. I mean, you can show the link if you want there, Danny.
Damn, man. Really? I mean, wow.
Danny never has his cam on. He's just camera shy.
I'm trying to turn it on, but the fucking shit is doubling up on me. See? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Danny's using lives. You're back on. Nope, they're gone.
Oh no, you're fucking it up bad.
Look at that shit. You see that shit? And it's my camera. Like, that's not. I didn't have enough to upgrade my camera. I only had enough to upgrade my PC. So this is the struggle of having some shit that is on a past system. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to put it on a new fucking system. You know. So now I'm looking like I got a twin brother, even though I do. And it's like, but we're actually the same dude. Like, I don't understand. But it's fucked up. Look at this shit. God damn it.
Platinum says you lose a life for going double it twins.
Man, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? Platinum just want me to lose a life because he lost his. That's all it is.
Or push-ups.
Ooh, nope. Sorry, I'm not. Now Terry can throw the bomb on me and I'll be down to 1 if she wants to. But you know that's up to Terry. You know she feels like.
Shouts to Jay Barry. He has to dip out real quick. Thanks for stopping by, fam.
All right, Jabari, man. Yeah, man. We're at the end of the show right now. We're close to final round, but I don't have the fucking sound effect. You know what I'm saying? So, but we are at final round. So thank you for hanging out, man. Chris Supreme. A whole bunch of people. Let me shout out chat first before I fucking get into this shit here. Make sure I get everybody.
Platinum says, cook that grenade, Terry, and let it go.
I see John Jabari. I see Pudsey. I see the well-fed wolf. Who else?
Upchump Gaming, Dreology.
Upchump.
Thanks, everybody who's usually on the channel coming in through tonight. I see a lot of familiar faces. Right. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming here.
You guys are amazing.
Phantom. Shouts out to Phantom.
Extra shout out to Phantom because I keep getting you confused with Platinum.
Chronos. Shit, we have some folks today. Let's see.
King's watching in the shadows, so thank you, King.
King, what's up, King? Okay.
Gaming with Persona.
All right. Yeah, gaming with Persona.
I'm sorry, what did you say? You said Queen?
King.
No, it says Queen LaLa right there in chat.
Ooh. But that's because Crisp is in love, so is Jabari. You know what I'm saying?
And
that's all that
why
is.
can't I be considered a queen regardless? Why gotta be like that?
I mean, yeah, you are, but they in love, so that still don't change the fact.
Don't you love your queen?
Did you just do that like the whole little how about that skit there, LaLa? It sounded like you did.
How about that? Catch me outside.
How about it?
Let's do a final round. I'm gonna opt in, but I only got a very quick final round, and it's about Diablo, so it's very, very quick, very, very brief. Anybody else want to
do it, Terry? Do it, Terry. Release it.
I can release it whenever I want, even during the final round. So just wait.
Yeah, final round. Yeah, final round is not immune. Final round is literally not immune. All right, so I guess it's me in the final round because I don't have the fucking shit. Okay. Diablo. Why? I just don't fucking understand. Seemed like you could have just did both. You could have just had like the actual game and then just made a mobile version. Like I still don't understand. And then all of the money you spent on that fucking CGI trailer had to be astounding. Like that because it was very, very well done. And there were some dope moments in that trailer, but there was no gameplay. It was all CGI, and then it was a fucking announcement for a mobile game. Not feeling it. Sorry. Just not feeling it at fucking all. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's just get this out the way. You definitely lost one with me. So, not feeling it at all. That's it. That's all I got. Anybody else? No?
I'm throwing the grenade because that was not even, triggerish.
Yeah, I mean, because I already was triggered. Listen, I already got triggered.
You're like,
listen, I already got triggered.
You were nonchalant
in our topic earlier. That's all it was.
I agree.
What triggered me earlier?
I agree.
I got it out earlier. I made it a topic. That's why I was just like.
Then you should have brought the final round if you got it out earlier.
Fuck. All right. We threw the goddamn grenade.
I agree.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
1,000 times. I pressed it a bunch of times.
Yeah, he lost that sound also there, Terry.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Do it with your mouth like I am. Damn it. He did have a problem making up a makeshift, final round.
All right. Fuck you.
But I'm gonna give the punishment power to a member in chat.
No, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. No.
Yes, you are.
No. I didn't lose my life earlier. No. Rip. No. Sorry. I absolutely did not lose my life earlier. Terry, what you have done. No. What you have done is you've wasted your grenade.
No.
I was never in danger. I was never in danger.
Listen.
I was never in danger.
Okay, you're not in danger. You're not in danger. That's fine. You're not in danger. But the fact you have one life left and your ass doesn't even have the right sound to kill yourself off with, so you just lost that life. So
no, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Over.
We'll solve
it. Sorry. That does not count. That doesn't count.
Hold on. We'll solve this. We will solve this right now.
Ain't no solving it. I solved it. It don't count. Sorry.
Sit down.
No, sorry. No, sorry. Can't you because I control the call. No, sorry.
McDaddy sounded like a McBitch.
Sorry. All right, shouts out the chat. Thank you guys for watching today. We will be back tomorrow. Saturday. Check us out next Saturday. 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes.
We are out. Love you guys. Thank you guys for checking us out.
McDaddy.
I am at one life. I am not dead. I will catch you guys. We will catch you guys later. Shouts out to LaLa. Shouts out to Cool Cat Terry. Shouts out to Platinum Godfather. Shouts out to Big Mike. That's how we do it. And we are out. Peace out, everybody.
Sorry, no.
Way to bitch out, man. I'm just saying, way to bitch out.
Disappointment is real.
Right. The chat said you should have lost your life also, Danny. He dipped. Look at him. He dipped. Ooh.